Hey folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. My name's Chris.
What up? It's manliest of the people, Tud.
And I'm Obert.
And, it was a good vacation for all three of us, huh? Like, we didn't release an episode for a few weeks. I mean, it was nice. Nothing happened. There was nothing noteworthy to ever talk about ever again.
That's absolutely not true. You will notice.
Yeah,
I got this third tally mark, so...
And I got another perfect score in your absence.
I don't know. I'm such a big part of this. I'm like a third of this podcast, and I don't remember any of that happening.
See, I was waiting for Chris because we didn't tell Chris we were going to do another episode without him. And I was waiting for Chris to listen to the perfect score episode and text me and Tud, and I never got that satisfaction.
He never did. He didn't give us the satisfaction. I don't think he listened to the episode until right now.
I think he did listen to it and then just got to that point and then deleted it and didn't finish the rest.
then logged into Zencaster and unpublished it. It can't be. There's no history of those two episodes. Well, I don't know who's over there trying to mess up, but as far as I remember, I wasn't on the podcast, so I think we all decided it didn't count. So
that's not true because I wasn't here for the previous three, and those scores counted.
I remember you being like, "Oh man, you guys will never catch up to me, so those totally count." But when Chris isn't here, it doesn't count anymore. So, but what's going on, guys? Welcome me back. No,
welcome back, Chris.
Thank you.
Happy July.
Happy July. Oh wow, is it really?
It is July.
Oh man, my July debut.
Yeah.
See, it must be a new month because the soundboard worked the first time.
Yeah, there's a limited amount of uses per month, and then it breaks.
I haven't paid for the full version yet.
Well, I will say it is very nice being a day walker again. So I am back. For the listeners, I was transitioning from night shift to day shift, and I can wake up in the morning now.
That's good.
It's very good. It's been nice. It's weird seeing the sun all the time. It's very hot. It's hot.
What time does day shift start, though?
So my shift... Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going with this.
So my shift starts at... Well, my team members start at 5:15 a.m. So
when you say wake up in the morning, you really mean it's still dark outside when you get up.
Yeah, it's pretty much 2 a.m. So
okay.
I mean, I guess that's technically morning. It's after midnight, so it is the morning.
After midnight.
But what time do you go to bed now?
As soon as I get home. But it's only for 3 days, and then I'm off for 4. It's nice. It's beautiful. But it's been good. I've been able to hang out with the boys more, and that's what's most important.
That and your streaming, which is
that and
not
my streaming,
nearly as important as your children, but also kind of important.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's right up there.
Yeah.
It's tied. If it was just one child, it would probably be more important, but since there's two of them,
Yeah.
Majority rules.
Yep.
But yeah, so what have you guys been up to?
I've had family in town, and so we've been doing all the Montana things. And
there you go.
We had huckleberries came in early. I literally picked a gallon of huckleberries today.
Ooh,
not my.
Am I going to get some huckleberries?
Not personally, but with help. We picked a combined gallon. So made some huckleberry pastries for dessert tonight. Really excited to eat those later. They're on the cooling rack right there, taunting me this whole recording. I have to stare at these puff pastries and smell
puff
them cooling
pastries,
off.
nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were making a scone or something.
No. Then they taught me all night long till morning, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm pretty excited that there's going to be huckleberries for me to eat in less than a week.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hear my voice.
To this. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you guys are going to be gallivanting around Montana without me. Sad.
Yeah, it will be sad, but we'll be having fun.
That's true. Mm-hmm. At least there's that.
And what else did we do? We went to the Symphony in Montana. We do it only as we can do here, where it's BYOB, shoes optional, bring a picnic blanket, just hang out in the grass, listen to some orchestral music. It was awesome. Got drunk, listened to some people playing instruments.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I went to the symphony when I was in Nashville, and it was a very, very different experience. There was no BYOB.
Okay.
There was no picnic blankets.
Did you have to wear shoes?
I had to be fully clothed, which is always a deterrent, but it was a lot of fun.
It was funny because we were looking around at the intermission, and we were like, "Oh, see, somebody dressed up. They were in a black dress," and then we're like, "Oh no, they're in the symphony." Okay, they just like come down to say hi to our friend. Yeah. But yeah, we listened to some good Western orchestral music, which was good.
Nice. Well, that's always fun. Always a good time.
What is a symphony?
It's like when all the strings and the horns and the conductor's up there, and there's drums in the back.
You had it right.
Oh, I was right with this. You were
right.
Yeah.
You were right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You were good. You were good.
I was good with the hand motions that nobody can see.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Of course.
We listened to the song "Hoedown" from Rodeo. I guess it's like it reminds me of. I think it's in like Fievel Goes West. The song you would recognize it if you heard it.
Oh yes.
So that's all.
I can visualize that little mouse on a train right now. Mm-hmm. So,
I have to say I think I've seen the movie before, but I don't recognize the.
You definitely know the song, but you just couldn't hear it. Is the only problem. As soon as you heard the song, you'd be like, "Yes, I know this from like."
Listen, I was trying to play it off all nice and smooth.
Like I recognize this from like a commercial from 1996 or something. It's like a very recognizable song. It's around. You just. It's one of those songs that you've heard.
I'll tell you what, on Thursday, when I listen back to this, I will text the group and say, "Oh, I know that song."
There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, it's been a good visit. It's been a good, good holiday off. But I sure am glad to be back with you guys again. It's been too long since we've had the three of us recording, I think. And I was worried because I still got my parents in town that we weren't going to get to do it, all three of us tonight. But here we are. We
made it
doing
work.
Our thing.
Yeah, I was, last couple weeks, obviously, but it's nice to be back. It's good to be back. And we have a special episode for my triumphant, I guess to celebrate my triumphant return.
Sure.
So I guess we'll just jump right into it. But so we have a beer that is brewed by New Belgium Brewing Company, which we all know. And we've talked about on the podcast before, and it's pretty noticeable one, pretty famous one.
However, not from New Belgium,
not from New Belgium, not from old Belgium, honestly, like
not from any Belgium.
No, not from Belgium. But it is brewed to be bad, so it's very interesting. Basically, it's called Torched Earth, and it is made with very prominent things that you'll be able to get. And basically what they're trying to do with this beer is they're trying to emulate what beer would be like if the humans, you humans, continue to destroy the world like we are. So basically, I'd have to read the can. I'll grab it in just a second. But I know dandelions is in it, which is not something you normally put in beer.
I can read it, seeing as I have the can in front of me.
There you go, Ted.
So harken back to some of our listeners who listened to prior episodes. We did talk about this probably about 2 months ago.
Yeah, because it was an Earth Day release. That's like
correct.
They brewed this for Earth Day.
So it says, "We brewed the future of beer. In a looming climate crisis with smoky notes from wildfire-tainted water, supply drought-resistant grains like buckwheat and millet, and bittering essence of readily available dandelion, this dark, starchy beverage might be what we have to look forward to. But if you prefer something different, urge your favorite brands to join us in committing to 100% carbon neutrality by 2030. The future is in your hands. Don't drop it."
And you know, to be completely honest, I forgot that we talked about this already.
We didn't say, I think, on the show, we kind of wanted to keep it a surprise, but Chris was able to order some to get in North Carolina. And in the recent beer box he shipped out to us, he was able to each send us a can. So it is kind of a depressing thing what you just read, but I'm also weirdly excited to try this, even though this is a definite face your beers for sure.
Oh
yeah, and actually, two listeners / friends / co-host of the podcast, Jake and Kiwi, you guys also have this beer, so you know, let us know. Let us know. Write in when you have this beer and tell us what you think. We want to know. But yeah, very interesting. I just Obert posted an article that's pretty funny. It says New Belgium's Torched Earth Ale costs $40, tastes like sadness, which I thought was a pretty good headline.
I will say that the can is pretty unique. It's got kind of like plants on fire. It's got a bike that is not on fire, which is it's the fat tire bike, but it is not on fire. Unfortunately, I wish that was on fire as well. But the coolest thing about the can, and I didn't know this, where it says to recycle the can, it says, "Be the change. Make sure to peel off this sticker before recycling to ensure this can heads in the right direction." I didn't know you were supposed to peel off the stickers when you recycled your cans.
Well, in Connecticut, you're not supposed to, because then you can't get your bottle deposit back.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't know that either. So we just have to assume that they can look past the sticker and send it the right way.
Well, the thing is, like, the stickers on the beer labels is still kind of a new, like beer label as a sticker and just on a plain silver can is kind of a new thing, you know, as opposed to just like the design being printed right on the aluminum.
That's true. Or even a bottle, you know. Cans only really started becoming like a huge thing like the last
decade,
5-10 years. Yeah.
I'm peeling it off now because I'm just curious if on the inside it just like says like "thank you for recycling" and then just like people applauding. Maybe that's what they meant. I don't know.
They wanted you to get recognized for being a good person.
Yeah,
let's see.
Hang on. No, it's just a plain old boring can. I thought
just a boring can.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some anyway though.
Nothing on the back of the sticker, but you know, no, I like I said, I don't know. Right, I'm just excited to dive into this guy.
All right.
Yeah. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do a triple crack, or do we want to just go one by one?
I think we do a triple crack.
Triple crack?
My like pop top is like bulging outward, so I'm a little worried about the integrity of this beer.
I didn't even think about that.
We know what the ones that have been shipped, we're sometimes have issues with, but let's go.
Some of them taste like urine, and then some of them don't.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, before we go, I feel like you owe us a sentence that you haven't said in a few weeks.
Oh, all of this ruining the climate talk is making me thirsty.
Yeah, here.
It's beer 30, and I'm thirsty. I've been working like a dog all week long, so maybe something cold won't hurt me. 'Cause it's beer 30, and it's time to party. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Okay.
Smells like cheap adjunct beer.
It does. It smells. Yeah, it doesn't smell.
Oh, it pours kind of like piss colored, like kidney failure pee. But
no, kidney failure is not funny.
Thank you for making the obvious statement of kidney failure not being funny.
Well, I laughed, and I didn't want people to think that I was being mean. You know.
Well, now I'm laughing at you laughing at kidney failure not being funny.
Gotta say, now it's nice we can kind of calibrate our webcam colors now with this nice.
Well,
it's a clear. It's filtered. You can see through it, but it is a weird, strange kind of brown color.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Isn't this the color of like Boston Lager?
I feel like Boston Lager, I can't really see this much through it. Like
I was gonna say, I think it's a little darker. Yeah. I tell you what, it smells not great.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to describe it. I don't quite get the smoke waterness.
It smells like an old stale Bud Light.
Yeah,
like the night after you're having a party and you're picking up all the beers and you're pouring them in the sink. That's what it smells
Yes.
like what your sink smells like while you're doing that.
That Tud hit it nail on the head. Yes, and he would know. Well, actually, would he know? Does he know what pouring out Bud Light smells like? I don't know.
It's like the cup had been used for beer pong like all night long.
There you
Right.
go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. I'm curious. I'm curious. Oh Lord.
All right, are
and
you
the
ready?
head didn't even stick around.
Chris's least
Golly.
favorite thing.
What a sad future with no head, old
No
Bud
head,
Light
bad-
old Bud Light smelling beer.
It's a travesty.
All right,
All
we
right.
diving in?
Yeah, let's give it a
I
taste.
think so. Let's do this thing.
Oh, I get the smokiness.
Ugh.
It's very sweet.
I don't really get
It's-
the dandelion.
I don't know what I get. I definitely get some of the smokiness, and then it's just I don't know. It's definitely not great. Definitely not great.
I don't think it's bad.
It kind of tastes like an old Bud Light.
Yeah, but a smoky
But
Bud
it's-
Light.
A smoky
Yeah.
Bud Light. You definitely get the smoke. You get the smoke.
There we go.
Yeah, there's definitely-
we're done. Smoky Bud Light. I don't think we're going to get any better than that.
But on top of that, it's very sweet. Like there's
There
a lot
is
of sugar.
a sweetness. There is a sweetness. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Now all I get is smoke. I don't know.
I've never had buckwheat before. I don't know what that's supposed to taste like, but
It's so you guys both just took yours out of the fridge, correct?
yeah.
Yes.
So I had mine out from when we started getting ready to record. So mine's a little bit warmer. I do taste a little bit more like something florally, which must be like a dandelion, I'm assuming. Like kind of like earthy, I guess, but it's very well hidden behind the smoke. It's more like smoke, earthy, straight into sweetness. It's like boom boom boom.
Maybe more earthy than florally, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get like anything outside of the smoke, and then like I get a slint of the other things. So I'm hoping that it'll warm up and get worse. I guess that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know what I'm hoping for, but
Yeah, I'm not going to finish mine just yet. I'm going to let it warm up, I think.
yeah, it's not. I will say, not the worst beer I've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
or in my life.
No, that's
That
true.
is true.
Like, you can tell that they brewed it to be not like the worst tasting beer they could, but just like, here's like some ways we could end up having to use to make good craft beer in the future if it's what happens, you know?
I feel like they attempted to make Fat Tire with these ingredients, and they just brewed the same Fat Tire recipe with
Really? I don't
things
know.
that they think that they could find in the future.
I guess I haven't had that much Fat Tire. Now that you say that, yeah. Fat Tire is an amber ale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I buy that. I think I was confusing that with some of their more Belgian-y offerings with a name like New Belgium, you know. But
And I guess that would make sense considering that they call it Fat Tire Scorched Earth.
right, yeah. Yeah, it's like just like
I
a
wonder
weird
if they were
smoky
like-
Fat Tire that's lighter.
Yeah, I wonder if they were trying to like cut costs and be like, I wonder if we could use dandelions.
Yeah. Here's an idea. Let's just
Here's an idea.
sell it to people as bad beer, and they'll pay more money for it.
I want to know
Oh.
how they learned dandelions would exist in a future like this.
Well, I think dandelions are really good when it's droughty in like conditions where there's not a lot of water. Dandelions still grow. So think
Yeah,
that's
I
kinda
guess
where
they
they're
can
coming from.
survive in smoky water.
Yeah, they can survive anywhere. You ever try and kill dandelions? It's just you can't do it. They just keep popping up.
I guess that's true. I guess
Ooh.
you mentioned that we'll charge more for it and people will pay it, and I'm literally sitting here thinking, I'm like, this beer was $5 a can based on how many I got, and I'm like, I don't like if I see a $20 4-pack, of good beer, I think about it. I'm like, $20, that's a little bit steep for a 4-pack,
Yeah.
but this I bought no problem. So clearly, New Belgium knows what they're doing.
They do.
How
I
many
was
do
like,
you have
bad
left?
beer, yeah, 100%. Let's go.
How many of these things do you have left to drink?
I got 3 after tonight. So I have 3. So fun fact: if anybody wants to do a beer trade, you might get one.
Yeah, no, I think it's
But-
cool. It's a cool novelty thing. I'm glad that you got them and sent it to me because I really wanted to try this and see how it was.
Yeah, no, I mean it's research for the podcast.
Yeah,
But yeah, it is cool, and that's why I put it in the beer boxes that didn't go to you guys, because I was like, it's kind of like a fun a fun thing. They're probably never going to brew it again. I assume they're not going to.
Right.
So
if they start doing this every Earth Day and charging $25 a 4-pack, then I don't know about that.
Oh, it's even worse than last year. Twice the dandelions.
Inflation.
Twice the smoke, half the grains in this beer.
Oh no, it's so bad. So I'm curious what you guys would rate this.
Oh, that part of the show. I forgot we do that.
Yeah,
part of the
we
show.
do that. We do that still, right?
I'm like, this was good. Okay, let's move on.
Let's do. Okay, can we do good beers now?
Yeah. I don't know. It's so like, do I have to rate this thinking like if I just saw this silver can with no label on it and tried a mystery beer, would I would rate it, or do I have to rate it with like the fact that their gimmick is gimmicky, like buying into it? Because it's like,
I mean,
this is brewed to be worse than Fat Tire, and it is.
Right.
True.
I mean, look deep inside your hearts and rate it. Rate it how I have an idea. I think I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay, I don't think it's that bad. I didn't have
Yeah, I
a
didn't
number
think it was
yet,
a
but
2.
now I'm a little swayed lower. But I was thinking like 3.0.
I was going to give it a 3.25. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was bad enough to fall into the 2s.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. See, I normally go by the rule that my baseline beer is like a Bud Light or something, or maybe Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever you want to. And those are like mid to high 2s. Like that's like a 2.5.
Okay, so let's hypothetical question. You ordered a Bud Light, and you're sitting at a bar, and your Tud's next to you, and he orders a Torched Earth, and he takes one sip, and he's like, "Oh, I don't like this. Would you switch with me? Do you want to switch beers?" You would say, and you tried it. Would you be like, "No, I want to keep my Bud Light"?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, this is. If I didn't know what this was, and I ordered it at a bar, and just got it, and I was like, this is kind of weird. It's like smoky, but I'll give it a 3. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's not like shitty.
No, I think you guys are. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. I don't dislike Bud Light, but this isn't great. But I've had smoky beers that probably taste similar to this. Now I'm self-reflecting.
I've had worse beers than this.
Oh, I've
Like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot more worse beers than this.
Oh, me too. But
Like
I've had a couple ones.
they
But
executed it correctly. There's no like weird skunky off flavors. Like it's well brewed beer, but yeah, it's just brewed to be, what the best beer you could make if the West turns into a hellish smokescape.
Yeah, it's a perfectly brewed shitty beer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So 2, 3, 3, 2, 5 are kind of what we're thinking.
I might raise mine, but
Okay, but I guess so I'm thinking, I'm trying to come up with a good untapped reverse number here. I don't think I have one yet.
yeah. I could definitely.
And I think other people are going to have the same thing. Like, no one's rating this a 5,
Right. I don't know. I think, and I know we're like helping each other here, but
But
I've
none of
got
us
my
know, so
number.
it's kind of fun to kind of...
True. I think I've seen a lot of articles like the one that you posted in chat.
That says the beer tastes like sadness?
Well, I mean, this was more eloquently put, but yes, I've seen other articles where it's like, so I feel like it's gonna be pretty low.
I think I have
But-
my number.
Okay, I got mine.
My number's higher than my rating.
Well, mine too. But
Yeah.
My number is higher than your rating as well, Obert.
Okay. I'm thinking we all going to do the simultaneous reveal here.
oh, you guys are that high? Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna be way off. Okay, all right.
All right.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
3.19.
3.02.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be low. I'm
I said 3.19, 3.02, and
237.
237.
I'm
Okay.
locking
All
it
right.
in. I'm locking it in. It's gonna be
Let's
low.
pull it up here.
It's gonna be low. It's gonna be exactly a 237. Y'all gonna be like, how you do this? I gotta check it. I'm gonna if Tud gets it right, I'm gonna have to check it.
All right. So out of 27 check-ins,
Oh, what?
What?
Okay, under 50,
No.
this doesn't count.
Wait. 27 check-ins?
out of 27 check-ins, it is rated a
Torched Earth?
Torched Earth Ale.
Really?
Yeah, it is a 2.96.
Oh, wow. Tud is pretty good. Pretty close.
I am the manliest of the people, Semicolon Tud.
I can't believe there's that few check-ins.
Me neither.
Are we the only ones who fell for this gimmick?
Yeah, literally everybody else is like, I'm not buying that.
I'm not paying money for this.
Except for me and all the people I sent it to.
So somebody gave it a 3.9.
That is actually fun fact. That 3.9 is my friend.
Oh,
That's
really?
funny.
Yeah, I know him. Shout out to Jake.
Jake says knee. Yeah, I've talked to him in your chat before.
So,
Well, Jake, I know you listen to this podcast.
he actually he told me he had it, and he said that he enjoyed it. Someone did give it a 5, by the way. So
Yeah, and a couple people gave it 0.25s too. So I think people like really leaned into this is like the worst beer ever thing.
Jake, I need you to write it because this is real feedback we can get from somebody who liked it more than us. Jake, I need you to write in and basically not defend yourself,
No,
but
you know
kind
why?
of explain your rationale.
It's because it's free beer. I mean, it's a beer box. It's like Christmas presents. That's always you get the Christmas presents bonus boost.
No, he drank this pre-Chris sending it to him.
no. That's the one I sent him.
On July 1st?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So no, but 27 check-ins. Come on, people.
Yeah, there's some 5s, there's some quarters. I don't know. I think.
And these fives. Listen, if you rated it a 5, right in.
Well, it's a.
I need to send you a beer box.
It's a good
'cause
thing.
You need it.
It's a good thing that we're drinking beers that we have our true man of the people competition for tonight because they don't know what they're doing. So
Right.
I'm.
So lock it in. Me. I think we decided that we officially start Price is Right rules today. So,
Oh, I don't think that's how that goes.
so Mark, put it on the board.
Yep.
Chris' 7th Tyler Mark.
No, put it on the board of I think, Chris, I don't know really how to count, but if there's 5, and then I have 4, and then you add 1 more, and then it's 5 plus 4 plus 1. I think that's 10.
You are talking to the gatekeeper, so mind your mouth.
I think that's 10, and that means I have more gates than the gatekeeper.
Wait, are you trying to?
No,
are you
no.
trying to get a tally for that? No. That was just for fun.
Oh, no.
No, we gotta rate some and review some beers tonight, fellas.
We did.
I don't know about you, but
I
I'm
won.
ready. I'm ready to drink a real beer, a real tasty 2021. The Earth isn't dead yet beer.
Yeah, this was the plan the whole time that I totally knew about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bullshit.
No,
Bullshit.
this doesn't count. So I'm ready. I'm ready to. Ober.
Nope.
Nope. Oh man, I can't
Okay,
wait
so
to
we're doing
taste.
2 beer reviews tonight. Tud's objecting. He won't be drinking with us. But
Yeah, Tud said he's going to sit out this
yeah,
one.
Chris and I are ready to drink a beer.
I'm ready.
Chris, I have to give it to you. You are pretty ballsy to allow me to drink another beer and have another chance to get another exactly correct beer.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been able to do it. You wouldn't have been able to get a perfect score without me, you know? I think that's like, we all know. We all know that's how it works, you know?
I mean, if you guys want to play this game, all right.
I
let's
busted
go.
through the barrier. I busted through the barrier to make
I
it
hope I get another
make it
perfect
possible.
score.
I think
Make it possible.
you know what I'll do, Tud. I'm going to put a separate little area on the board here for the scorched earth, torched earth tally mark, so we can all know. That
No. I was right. Part of the game is that I was right. I feel like you guys keep on changing the rules up on me, and this is bullshit. And this now we're in a Tud is cranky section, and I'm tired of being held down by the man or the mans that make these rules. It's completely bullshit. And that's
See,
stupid.
this is what's wrong with the world nowadays. The rich get screwed and they get mad about it.
Exactly. I'm pissed.
We're all
So
here
I'm gonna get a
scrambling
beer
around
now,
for.
and I'm gonna beat your ass, all of your asses.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow.
Oh, so I guess that means that I'm up. Is that what that means?
I was gonna come out of the gate firing and just destroy it now.
So you're.
I was actually-
wait, you're taking my song then.
I was gonna say, I was like, well, Tud, you won the choice, because that's what that was all about.
Right.
It's about the choice of who does their beer review first.
Uh-huh.
We talked about this earlier, but so I guess Todd, you're so good at getting fake tally marks. Like, who do you think should go first?
I'm gonna call my shot. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Don't throw it away.
So I guess for my second beer of the podcast, I'm gonna do a Chris beer. And I'm gonna do Drag City by Resident Culture. It's a double India Pale Ale. As you can look at the can, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't get one of these.
Cool purple art.
That's neat.
It is a hazy double IPA hopped with Australian Vic Secret, Citra, and HBC 69.
Yeah, Obert, this was actually one of the first beer boxes where you guys did not get identical boxes.
Oh,
so
oh wow, that's kind of nice. Then I can try different beers and hear about other beers. So
that's what I figured.
It worked out.
That, and I get to help you drink most of them next week too.
That's also a possibility.
All right, so it is the definition of a hazy IPA.
Haze Boy.
It is a pure haze boy. It looks like orange juice. It's in my nice Barreled Souls South Park glass. I think this glass
nice.
is awesome.
I like that.
Oh yeah, it's your first time seeing it, Chris.
Yeah.
Can we get a picture of that on the Instagram?
Why are some of them Canadian? Are they Canadian?
I mean, maybe they're they're in Maine, so it's not that far from Canada.
That's true.
It's basically
Oh, but
Canada.
I believe there is a picture of this up on the Instagram already. But I will take a different picture of it, and I will put it up there. Oh, I think last time I took a picture of the Kenny character. This time I will take a picture of the Stan character. So, on the nose, it smells very fruity. Lots of citrus. Standard, like your standard sniffing New England style IPA. It smells a lot like a Julius. Like very orange, I think like heavy orange. Let's dive on in.
Yeah.
Wow, this is much better than the Scorched Earth.
Turns like it's a 7.
It tastes exactly like orange juice. I mean, it is. I don't taste any other citrus fruits. It is straight. This is really good. This is straight OJ in a glass right here. It reminds me exactly like Julius. Like, I mean, it's that tasty. Maybe that's because I got to take a few more sips. My palate may have been compromised by this Scorched Earth beer.
Fair. Very fair. It is. I don't want to say it's a palate wrecker, but it definitely lingers.
All right. So, diving a little bit more deep, it does have some earthy notes to it. It's very citrus forward. I wouldn't say there's any like grapefruit or any other citrus flavors besides orange. Definitely has like that earthy flavor to it. Not earthy like Scorched Earth, but more like fresh earth, like lemongrass, like fresh cut grass type earth, like non-scorched earth. It's definitely got a lot of carbonation to it, which is interesting. But not too much. Like Barreled Souls, I think, Obert, you and I discussed this, that it's Barreled Souls is very bubbly with all of their beers. This is just right below that, where it's still got a lot of bubbles, but not too much to kind of be off-putting. It's not very sweet, and it just kind of, it's good. It's a good, solid IPA. I like it. I was burped and it went up my nose. Whew. Just for clarity, this is 8% ABV. And Scorched Earth, by the way, I don't think we said it. Torched Earth. It is 5.2% ABV. I like this. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it, this is up there with New England IPAs. I'm going to give it a 4.25.
Oh wow!
This is really good.
Do you have I don't know that those Australian, Vic Secret hops that well to have like a distinctive characterization of them. Do you seem like you generally like those, or have a particular flavor they evoke for you?
I do tend to like most Australian hops. I tend to like Galaxy hops a lot. Vic Secret, I'm trying to think of a beer that has it that I can relate back to what you would have, Obert. It tends to blend, to me it tends to always come paired with like a Citra. And I've had this HBC 692 in a Rome series from Fox Farm before.
Interesting, because I hadn't heard of that hop.
Yeah, they did a Rome series that was HBC 692, and it was good on its own too. It very very citrusy as well. So I feel like these these kind of all blend together to make this orange juice flavor. It's the closest thing that I think I've had to a Julius outside of it being a Julius. And like the old style Julius, like when Julius was like king.
That's really saying something.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, for being 8%, I could chug this thing right now and I would not feel bad about it. But then I would have none of it and I'd be really sad.
But
then you would feel bad about it.
But you said it's a 4.25?
It's a 4.25. The days of Julius being a 5 or a 4.75 are over. I mean, it's, Julius, it was great back in the day. It's still, if it was on the shelf, I'd buy it, but it's not the top of the game.
Exactly.
Anymore.
If you could go back to the Mesopotamia and drink the first beer ever brewed, it was a 5 at the time, but now it's probably not a 5.
Right, yeah.
It's mid-4s.
Yeah.
It's the tale of time. It's the tale as old as time. What was good is now no longer good because people do things better or differently. People's tastes change. As I drink this a little bit more, I do get a little bit of like what is a halo? Is that a clementine?
Yeah.
I get a little bit more clementine-y flavor coming through where it's a little bit tangy. Like that like sweet but sourness of a clementine comes through. Which makes this kind of unique. Yeah, I think 4.25 is, I think that's a good rating.
I mean, that's a good rating. Can't be mad about that.
Now, the question is, though, whether you can get on the board tonight with the best guess for your beer out of all three of us.
Right.
That is true.
So, 664 check-ins.
664 check-ins, so it does qualify. That's good. I think the people are going to like it. So, I think it's going to be over a 4. Is it going to be a 4.25? I don't know, because I don't think some people like Vic's Secret. Like, Caitlin does not like Vic's Secret.
It's like cilantro to her.
Yeah, it's one of those hops that you either like or you don't like.
Is it that polarizing a hop? I don't know. I like Vic's Secret too, so that's why I was. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
and then HBC 629 or 692, 629. What is it? 692. I don't know how people feel about that. It's not like I walk around and poll people on that, but at least I can tell with like Vic's Secret. Like I've at least seen my wife dislike beers like that. But I still think it's going to be high, or higher than a 4, but not as high as me. So I'm gonna say 4.11.
Very close, very close. Ooh. But no Bob Seger. 4.08. 4.08.
Oh, that's gonna be tough to beat. 0.03.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Price is Right rules. So as long
no
as you come in
Price is
over.
Right rules.
Listen. I come in just like Babe Ruth and just give it my all.
So I did really enjoy this beer too. I gave it a 4. I also gave it a 4.25. So
it's really good.
Resident Culture. We talk about it all the time. They do probably the best New England IPAs in Charlotte. That's probably pretty easy to say. But that 0.03, not bad.
Pretty
not
good.
bad.
Pretty good, some might say.
It's all right. It's not as good as that one time I got it right. But
hey, Chris, I would just like to let you know I've gotten this right twice now. So when you feel like stepping up to the plate in the big boy arena, you come talk to me.
I'm like,
that's how he earns a semicolon. He's
that's how you.
He's 2/3. He's 2/3 of the way to a colon at this point. The next one, he's there.
No, I earned my semicolon beforehand. I took manliest last time because nobody can be more manlier than.
He's going to take an
Tud.
ellipses next.
Man
of people, Tud.
That's only if you're texting us, Chris.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
All right. I guess now that I'm done, I'm going to hand this over to Obert.
Okay. Yeah. So before I go into my beer, I just wanted to say a couple things. The Zest Intentions, I tried it since we recorded that episode. No urine smell on my end. I thought it was really good. I had a couple.
I said it was good.
No, it was good, but I didn't dock it any points because of that. I had a couple of Divine Barrel beers at the Symphony, actually. It was
nice.
It was really
classy.
Good. Yeah, it was really classy. But the Friendly Reminder, I think, was the best of. Like, I didn't bring any of the banana breakfast stout type ones. That's not really a nice 90-degree picnic beer. But
It's not a symphony beer.
It's not a symphony beer, but the Friendly Reminder Dry Hopped Gosa was the best I've had so far. I thought I wanted to mention that to our listeners who, might love Divine Barrel as much as we do. Second point before I get on to my beer review, I have let the Fat Tire Torched Earth warm up a little bit more, and I do get some of that sweetness Ted was talking about. It's not like cloyingly sweet, but it's there. It's good. It's noticeable.
I'm still trying to finish it.
It's not
I don't
like
want to finish the other beer.
unfinishable beer.
No, but it's definitely, as it gets warmer, it's getting more closer to room temperature. It is getting much harder to finish.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? I need to stop assuming my guess is so far from the Untapped average, because the last 4 or 5 times I've been pretty close to the average, but my guess with the averages has been off. So I should just, whatever I'm rating this beer, that's my average. I'm throwing it out there right now.
Just going to take
Throwing it out there right now. And
Fair.
This was a beer that was brought to me from my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Fan, who drove out here from Washington State, and they said, they were getting caught up on the backlog on their drive over. Big fans of the podcast, and they said, you have to have a beer. We're bringing over some for you. So this is from Block 15 Brewing Company out of Corvallis. I don't know. If you live in Corvallis, Oregon, let me know how to pronounce it. And it is called Dark Matter, and it is a straight up just a chocolate porter. Doesn't seem anything too fancy. It's a dry porter.
So not to be confused with the Dark Matter I had on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Correct. Different Dark Matter.
Wow.
Still a kind of a spacey label, obviously. The letters Dark Matter are all black on like a nebula background. But Dark Matter is a dry porter that combines deep roasty malt character with notes of cocoa and dark fruit from the addition of chocolate to the conditioning tank. A rich blend of flavors that is balanced by a dry finish and a gentle malt acidity. Interesting. Packaged on 4/8. So pretty fresh for stout,
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Got a little...
So you're not aging this one.
No. Nope. Nice silky smooth pour here. This is a Chris approved head. Obert tested, Chris approved.
I need to pull that this week as a sound drop.
We got head for days, head all day on this one. I could just pour this, walk away, come back later, and it'd still be hanging out waiting for me. So we let that die down. Let me take a sniff of this can. It smells. I don't get a ton of chocolate. I get more of a darker malty grain. Definitely much more of a grain aroma. Smells like wheat. Not like a wheat beer, but like a field of wheat. I don't know. I've never been in a wheat.
Okay.
I've never been in a wheat field. I don't know what fields of wheat smell like, but it smells like Cheerios. I feel like Cheerios smell like wheat.
Okay, that's more descriptive.
Yeah. I don't know. What should we talk about while we wait for this beer to die down?
Drink through the head. Drink through the head.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's see. Now I'm smelling it from the glass. I get a little bit more of the chocolate.
Well, we do have to play your song, Obert.
Oh, there we go. We could do that while we're waiting for the head.
I guess my song, but your song this week.
I think I will have myself this beer, so dive right in here. It's good. It's rich. It's chocolatey, but it's not overpowering. By no means crushable, but I also will definitely not have a hard time finishing a full 16-ounce can. It seems like a beer every brewery should have on tap. It's like, okay, you got to have an IPA, maybe like a classic style, and like, yeah, sure, a chocolate flavor, like a nice rich porter, robust porter. That's kind of what this tastes like. It's their take on it. It's a little chocolatey.
Is it thin or is it like thicker?
No, it's not. It's not super thick. But it's also not like stick a spoon in it straight up kind of thing. But it's like I said, it's drinkable in that respect, that it's not like super watery, but it's not too hearty to finish a full 16-ounce can of.
Okay.
Yeah, really enjoying that nice roasted malt profile. I don't know what more there is to say. It's a damn good chocolate porter. I don't know. It's a classic. It's a classic beer style.
I mean, you can't go wrong. Sometimes it's nice to have like just a straight up and down chocolate porter,
Exactly. sometimes on the show we do a lot of the porters that I have in my fridge from Chris that I'm really excited to have on the pod if they'll last through Tud's visit, which are like imperial breakfast thing with other things and maple and all that. But
what percentage chance do you give that they survive my visit?
Honestly, my only hope is to have it on the next episode that we're going to record before you get here, because I think the only chance I got. That's the only way it'll make it. But this is standard beer. I like to give standard beers 3.5s.
Okay.
They didn't do anything wrong, but it's not you, it's me beer. It's like it's just. You gotta leave room on the upper end of the scale for some better chocolate, for some more exciting porters. I'm sure they understand.
And this is by Block 15, correct?
Yep.
So out of 2,490 check-ins.
Don't even need to know the number. I already told you. This week, it's going to be a 3.5.
Okay. Well, you probably should have taken a different approach.
Yeah.
It is a 3.92.
Okay, pretty high. Pretty high for a regular old chocolate porter. But I guess people like it.
So did you not get any flavors of dark fruit from the addition to the chocolate to the conditioning tank?
I did not. I did read that off, but let me. What are some dark fruits like cherries?
A plum?
A plum? Let's see if I get any cherry or plum in here.
A grape?
Nope, none of that.
A rotten strawberry?
Like a very, very, very ripe banana? No ripe banana.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah, I don't know what it. If you Google dark fruit, I don't know what comes. I'm assuming plums and cherries, right?
Right. Yeah. But okay, I not sneaking in that. I was pretty close, but somehow couldn't get inside that .03 that Tud laid down. Still riding high from that last tally mark though. So I got that.
So excited. He's on a one. He was on a one week win streak.
That's right. It's a very prominent tally. You can see.
I do notice the girth of the tally. Yeah. The girth of the tally is quite pronounced.
I cleaned the tallies up after we finished recording, so I don't think Ted really got to appreciate it in the moment. But
so that's what happens. No days off.
So I looked it up, by the way. Dark fruits, cherries, dates, figs, plums, and raisins.
Yeah, none of those. None of those, really. I mean, if I did...
Interesting.
No one is going to say it's like bursting with dark fruit flavor. If anything, maybe a very subtle on the
no Fig Newton
on the back.
All I get is raisins.
Yeah, no, because like sometimes for me, I get that raisiny flavor when I have like the 15% ABV barrel aged. That's when I get that. I think it's just that alcohol burn. Sometimes I also get a raisiny flavor with really dark beers. This, not so much.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, maybe not raisins, but like prunes or something for sure.
Yeah, who knows? I gave you my Torched Earth warm up notes. Maybe I will get the dark matter a little warmer and see if I get any of that in. I'll shout it out at the end if I do. But until that point,
guess again.
Just guess again. Until that point, why don't we have Chris? Chris, what do you got for us this week?
Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. It's on. Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good.
All right, so I'm going to drink a beer.
Nice.
And the one I have today is one I received from Jake from my Twitch live stream. We exchange boxes. I think I've had a couple of his beers on already, but this one is pretty cool. Lacto Cooler, which is a flavored Berliner Weiss style ale by Voodoo Brewing Company. And I wanted to have it because the can is so sparkly, and it's got like Slimer's mouth thing.
Okay, so it's like the Kool-Aid Jammer cooler.
Yes,
the one with the Slimer on it.
Yes,
but this is a beer version of that.
Right. So I'm pretty excited. It's from Meadville. I assume Meadville, PA. So, but I've heard of Voodoo Brewing Company. I don't know if I've had any of their beers before.
Now, if this was in North Carolina, it'd be Meadville, but it's in Pennsylvania, so it's Meadville. Okay.
Correct. Meadville beer.
I was surprised you said the whole Ville. I didn't expect that from you. Now that
I actually think, to throw a monkey wrench, I think it's Medville.
Oh.
No. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. MEAV.
If-
Is
Yeah,
it Medville?
but I think it's
Medville?
pronounced Medville.
If you're from
Medville?
And like the South, like you got to say like the full thing. It's like Medville.
Jake, right in. Tell me next time I'm live. I need to know. But pretty cool can. It is sparkly. But I told him I would have this on the pod because it's a special one. So let's see. I don't even know what color it's gonna be.
if it's not the cooler color, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, if it's not green.
It's green.
Nice.
Oh, crisp pour.
You're just too excited by the color.
It can't really tell by the webcam, but it is a green, a Mountain Dew green.
Okay, wow. It looks very much like a breen, like a brown green.
Yeah, no. You guys, unfortunately, this webcam is not doing it any justice. But oh my goodness, I'm excited. Unfortunately, I did a crisp pour because why not? I'm pulling out all the stops tonight. But let me see. I don't remember. I mean, it smells as though it would be like a high C, like juice box. So it smells like it's going to be sweet, despite being a Berliner Weiss. But you know, they could all. I've been surprised before. I wish I could. I wish I had a way to take a picture of this and show you guys.
We have the technology. I'm gonna get a Polaroid in the mail in a week.
All right. I'm gonna drop that in the call with us, but yeah, I'm super excited to try this. Thank you, Jake, again. How does Discord work? There it is. There you go. Gotta love it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But yeah, I think I don't know if this was just me. I think this is just a very heady beer, so you might have to pull an over and drink through it. But I am excited for this Lacto Cooler with a K from Voodoo Brewing Company. So I'm gonna see if I can drink through this head. It's pretty pronounced still.
If anyone can drink through the head, I think it's you.
I believe in myself.
Let's go and drink some beer.
All right, so it definitely is sweet as we guessed, or as I guessed. But it does sour up at the end. It gives some nice tartness at the end, which is nice. But it is like, I don't know what flavor. I don't know if it was Lecto Cooler, but whatever it was called back in the day, the high C, I believe. I don't know what flavor it was supposed to be, but I get a lot of blue raz on this.
Okay.
So
In a green beer.
In a green beer, yes.
I feel like that was like, I don't know. I could see that being the flavor of the green the green. What was it called? The Kool-Aid Jammer. Just like a.
Was it Lecto Cooler? It wasn't. I don't think.
I don't know. Let's do some Googling while you do your thing.
We can Google. We can Google. Yes. But this is definitely one of those. Definitely one of those beers.
Oh, it was Ecto Cooler.
By high C.
Yeah, I remember it being high C, but I could not remember what the heck it was called. But
I like how the description of this beer is sour Berliner Weiss style with green.
with green.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was totally the Kool-Aid Jammer, and I think that I just like combined those two things in my head, and it was the high C like little juice box thing.
Yeah. That's what that was. So there's not really much more to say about this. I assume, unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of those high C's back in the day, and if I did, I don't remember them.
I was able to find a YouTube video where someone drinks a 24-year-old juice box that he bought on eBay for $400. So,
Yikes.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if that can be any good, but
We'll put that in the show notes.
yeah.
But it's definitely blue raz. Like if I had to put a thing, and you get hit really really heavy up front with the sweetness. Get that blue raspberry. No, blue raz is not blue raspberry. Blue raz. That's fair. It does kind of mellow out right in the middle, and then it flows right into some tartness on the back end. It's not bad. I mean, I assume this was done just out of pure nostalgia. I mean, obviously. I don't know. I'm trying to. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. I mean, it's just like a carbonated. What I assume what was it called again? The Ecto Cooler. Yeah, I assume that's what it was. What it is, just carbonated and alcoholic now.
Does it taste like a beer?
No. I mean, it tastes more like an alcoholic soda almost.
Okay.
With the sweetness, it does tart like the only thing I'll say is just being tart at the end is very beer like. But no, I don't think it tastes quite like I wouldn't drink this and be like, oh, this is a Berliner Weiss. I'd be like, oh, this is like a jungle juice or something, like something like that. But it is 5.5% alcohol. The can's very cool. Glad to have had it. But I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like it's gonna be a different thing to drink. But and maybe it's just because we had the Torched Earth right before this, like we're all talking about. But like, I don't even know how to rate this. This is a weird one. I'm gonna give 3.75. I don't know.
Okay.
I was in between 3.5, 3.75. I don't know. It doesn't quite hit the nostalgia nail for me that it probably would for some people, but it's not bad. It's not like poorly done. Just different, really different. So
out of the 5,644 check-ins,
holy cow!
what do you
Okay,
think
I was
this
not expecting that.
Lacto Cooler Green?
So there's different flavors. There's different colors.
Apparently.
Interesting. Okay.
There looks to be at least a red one.
Okay.
I don't know. These nostalgia beers. I have an idea, but I think I'm way off. But I'm gonna say it's a 3.72.
Okay. Well, you're not very close.
I didn't think so.
By the way, Google says Meadville, but who knows? It is a.
So it's a combination of both.
It is a 4.16.
I would have never in my life
Got
guessed
that high. Yeah.
Nope.
So.
Nope.
Those
folks are writing nostalgia. I'm just saying.
Tud does get his tally mark after all. Good for him. Yeah. Which is good that he didn't need to rely on the asterisk to get there. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for you, Ted. Earning 10 tally marks the honest way.
I am the manliest of the people, semicolon Ted.
You know one tell.
There's still one asterisk in there.
Okay. Even with the asterisk, Chris, you are still nowhere near sniffing my shorts.
Oh, you just wait. When I release 5 episodes next week of just me.
Here's a beer that I brewed, and I'm the one who rated it, and I know the average.
I got it right. I got it right every single day.
But Tud, 10 correct beers. How does it feel? Not correct. 10, best rating.
Listen, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. This is expected. On to the next one.
So humble. Honk. There you go. That's all I can tell you.
You get one honk.
You get a honk.
One honk. You get a honk. You get one honk. No one cares anymore. Let's let's start new tallies. Restart. Best first to 10.
Yeah.
Already won.
Starting now.
But
this was a warm-up game.
Enough tally discussion. Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan is over here connected to the webcam, ready to hit play. That's right. He signs in just to hit play on his special song that he wrote for us. Jordan, take it away.
Oh, that was the wrong button.
Jordan, you have
Pete
one
made
job.
an appearance.
Yeah, Pete was here.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle.
Mug of wisdom! Drink. Mug of wisdom!
Oh, man. As Torched Earth, it's getting weirder. I get more dandelion sound. It's even warmer. But, Todd, manliest OPT with a semicolon somewhere in there. I have to give you another one. Honk. There you go. You earned it, manliest man of people, Todd. What do we got on deck? Who's going first? Who's going last? Who's going middleist?
Yeah, so as is tradition, Chris is going to go first.
All right, that's fair. So I was recently perusing some social media. Who knows at this point? It's all the same. And
we're not going back to that conversation, are we?
Snap Talk. It was Snap Talk.
No, I was talking about what we talked about last time Chris was on the podcast with his unique purchasing habits off of Etsy.
No. But I saw an ad for an energy drink, okay? And I normally don't drink energy drinks, but with the switching of shifts and all that stuff, I was like, I felt like I could use a little boost. And normally I enjoy the energy drinks, but they're all full of sugar, and I don't know, they're just not super great for you. And not that I guess that I'm saying that this next one is, but I found this company called Ugly Water. And I don't know if anybody's heard of this, but essentially what it is, they take, I don't know how, so don't at me, but they have seltzer water that has caffeine in it, flavored, and it gives you like a nice little jolt in the afternoon. The flavors are not like they try to replicate like more soda kind of flavors. So for instance, I had like a mango soda, a fruit punch, and a Mountain Energy, I think they called it, which everybody knows my love of Mountain Dew from back in the day. But it's like a nice cleaner way to get some much needed boost of energy, because it has the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee worth of caffeine, 0 calories, 0 sugar added, all that fun stuff, and the flavors taste pretty good. So I mean, the Mountain Energy I think is the best, followed by the fruit punch.
I'm not surprised.
But, I mean, it tastes pretty good. It gives me a nice little jolt in the middle of the day if I have one, and I don't feel like terrible bad about buying them or drinking them, as opposed to like Monsters or Bangs or Red Bulls or whatever. So if you're looking for something, check it out. They also make sodas, which I haven't tried, so I can't really back that up, which are just
the same thing,
water.
but sweetener. But like with sweetener.
How many calories are these things?
What's that, huh?
How many calories are these things?
0. Yeah, it's like just straight up. It's like seltzer water with caffeine in it, natural caffeine. I don't know how. Again, not a scientist.
I would try Mountain Dew flavored seltzer with or without caffeine. Just like if Polar made one of these,
I'd try it.
I would try it for sure.
Okay, so I will say, don't expect Mountain Dew. I mean, you can't make Mountain Dew without 42 grams of sugar.
Oh, sorry, I meant like dew collected from mountains. That just like
mountain
water
yes.
is what I was talking about. So.
Oh yes, in that case, yes.
Nice grassy water.
Yeah, but if you're someone who maybe doesn't like the taste of your energy drinks or doesn't want to consume the excess calories, check them out. We'll put a link in the show notes as always, and they're like relatively inexpensive. I think they're like $2 a can versus like upwards of thousands of dollars for the name brand ones.
If you want to buy your own Monster Energy drink factory, those can add up. They add up.
I've heard that factories are not cheap.
Yeah.
I mean,
this just confirms it.
How else are you gonna get them? So, but check them out. Ugly Water online. Hopefully they'll sponsor me soon. But who knows?
Use promo code DAWF.
No, well, I mean, calm down. Let's use the link in the show notes. But yeah, so check them out.
Okay, Ted, who's drinking from this mug? We're filling it up. I don't remember what we do. Who's reverse drinking from this mug next?
So I'll go next. I was thinking about a handle, and I haven't really done much recently besides, it seems, hike in preparation for coming to Montana. So I feel like all of my handles have been related to hiking, and this one's no different. My handle this week is going to kind of be a throwback to a couple weeks ago where I talked about like the liquid IV. But I have now officially hiked with this hydration like camel pack a few different times in my bag. And it has been extremely helpful for me avoiding almost dying while walking on these trails. So I will say my handle this week is the camel pack, but more importantly, it's making sure that you're hydrating when you're doing anything out in these intense weather situations. Just make sure you're doing that. But yeah, if you are hiking and you're hiking with a backpack, most backpacks you can buy a specific hydration. Yes, correct. My handle is water. You could buy a specific hydration camel pack for your pack. So, for example, my bag is a Gregory, and it has a special situation or a special
Water bladder.
camel pack water. There we go.
That's
official
the generic,
word, water bladder.
generic term. Yeah.
But if you get an Osprey, they have an Osprey one. If you get an REI, they have an REI brand. Most brands have their own dedicated water bladder, as Obert called it. So I guess my handle is water bladders. Get them; they're good. Also, water is good.
They're kind of interchangeable too. Like I have a Camelback one that I use in my Osprey pack, like a Camelback brand. I don't know if we made that clear. That Camelback is like the OG brand.
It's like Kleenex.
It's like the Mountain Dew to your Mountain Energy.
The one thing I will say, like I could have gotten the Camelback for mine too, but based on your bag, they may have quicker ways of getting the water, the bladder in and out. So like mine goes in quicker because it's the same brand and it's designed to hook into the system that I have. With the Camelback, I would have had to do, a few extra steps to tie my bladder in.
Yours is like NASCAR driver hydration approved. They just like can swap it in and out in half a second.
Right. Yes. Exactly. It's actually built to be like that.
Nice. Well, I'm a big fan. I wish I had made this a handle 2 years ago, Ted. I would have saved you from dying on the trail a couple times. So
listen, if you would have told me, I would have been hydrated.
The problem is that I
for
told you, but not the listening audience as a whole. And I think our recommendations have a lot more weight when they go out to everybody and not just our co-hosts. So
yeah, I don't listen unless I hear it on a podcast.
Exactly. You know it's real when it's on a podcast.
So Ober, I think you are the last one who has not poured your wisdomy mug of wisdom or your wisdomy wisdom into the mug of wisdom.
You're right, and I feel like I burned through my handles. Like I should have made Go to the Symphony and Bring Beer a handle. I really should have, because symphonies are cool and you should go and listen to them and drink alcohol while doing it. That's amazing. But I will recycle. I am going to make the puff pastry with Huckleberry. It doesn't have to be Huckleberry. It's basically like a homemade Pop-Tart, maybe a homemade toaster strudel. You know, like that's the fancy Pillsbury brand, right? Is the toaster strudel ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you buy
I think so.
You buy the frozen puff pastry. And I made Huckleberry ones, but if you live in a place that you can't go outside and pick your own huckleberries, you could do any kind of fruit you want to make the filling. You basically boil it over the stove, like blueberry, for example. Boil them over the stove with some sugar and add a little bit of cornstarch as a little thickener, and that'll get that nice fruit filling, basically. Stick that in a puff pastry. The recipe I found online that I'll put in the show notes says to use a pot sticker mold, basically, which you can get on Amazon for a couple bucks to make like the little pocket. I formed them by hand, but throw them in the oven for a couple minutes, put some icing on it, and you just made yourself like the best Pop-Tart you'll ever eat in your entire life. So I say that because I'm, again, still staring at them as they taunt me with their puff pastry deliciousness. They are like about an inch thick. They really puff up when you cook them. So it's not really a Pop-Tart. You wouldn't fit this in a toaster, but they look very, very good.
Albert, I think Nick and I would appreciate if you froze some of them.
Well, I made
I keep on throwing things in here.
I put a lot of huckleberries in the freezer, so we could make our own when you're here. We'll see.
Okay, well, as long as I get to try a huckleberry, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
I will be your huckleberry if I get to try a huckleberry.
We'll be picking hucks on the trail, for sure.
Oh, dang.
We'll be hiking and eating.
How do we know they're not poisonous huckleberries?
There's no such thing. There's just
okay.
How do you know it's not poisonous strawberries? They're just strawberries. It's like you see a strawberry, you pick it up and you eat it, and it's a strawberry. I don't know.
Unless it's a poisonous one.
Yeah, really.
It only takes one.
It only takes one poisonous strawberry for you to get poisoned.
You know how you never know that there's poisonous strawberry? Because everybody who's ever seen a poisonous strawberry has died.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a good point. It's
like a Medusa strawberry. You just turn to stone as soon as you see it.
Or die.
And then die. You can't breathe when you're stone. So.
True. All right. So with that, thank you all for listening. We'd like to thank the breweries who provided today's beers. I will go first, and I will thank Resident Culture for their Drag City Double India Pale Ale. I'm also going to say thank you to New Belgium for showing me what the future of beer looks like. While I may have been the highest on the podcast of the ratings of the future beer. I still was not a fan. So I hope beer does not begin to taste like this. But you know what? It was still a flavor. I'd adjust. I
That's
think.
like climate change. I'll get over it.
We'll figure out ways around. I'll just start drinking wine. I mean, grapes don't need water to survive.
Yeah, probably not. That's probably not a thing. So I would like to thank Voodoo Brewing Company for their lacto cooler, throwback to 3rd grade, and also New Belgium. And Jake, thanks for the lacto cooler.
Yeah. I want to thank Block 15 Brewing Company for their dark matter, in addition to our many thanks for Chris and New Belgium for getting us the Torched Earth.
I think that deserves tally mark. Yeah, it worked.
No.
All right.
I'm erasing that next week.
Oh, he can tamper. Don't let him tamper. Don't let him tamper with my beautiful tally
I'm
marks.
taking a picture before he gets here and looking after he leaves. So.
Please make sure you head over to social media and follow us everywhere at DAWF Podcast. Also, make sure you follow the email at dawfpodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you're thinking about sending us a breakfast email, forget that. Send it to Wreck My Podcast and inundate them with your breakfast emails, because that's what they really want. Also, please make sure you're telling your friends, your families, your pastor, your grandma's pastor about this podcast. Spread the word. Also, please head over to Discord for as little as $1 a month, 25 cents a week. You can get an extra episode, not this week, unfortunately, because we're short on time. But do that, please. That helps support the podcast.
And that was Patreon, not Discord.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? You can also pay Patreon, or you can also pay Discord, but don't do that. You want to pay Patreon, but also make sure you head over to Discord and join the conversation over there as well. Please also finally head over to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review and a rating. No, 5-star rating and a review. Wow, I just can't speak tonight, boys. It's the 2 beers going on over here. Yeah, so make sure you go leave a review and a rating on iTunes. And with that, my name's Tud.
My name's Chris.
And I'm Obert. And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends. So I can tell let my parents inside now. I locked them out of my condo until the podcast is done.
Jeez.
Don't worry, it's hot out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was 90. It's 86 now.
Oh, they're fine.
I left them some water.
It's so much warmer out there than it is in Connecticut.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. Weather's different in different places.
But it's 68 here. Like, it's stupid cold.
Well, I mean, I guess if we're all playing, it's 75 right now. So
the entire East Coast is cold. Overt's just dying out there in Montana. He moved to Montana to be colder, and he found that it was warmer.